In Ephesians 4, Paul talks about how, as believers, we should be angry, but sin not. Then he says, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. And if you do let the sun go down on your wrath, what happens is you give Satan the advantage. You give Satan the foothold. Now, some people believe that when you go to sleep in anger, well, what starts off as anger kind of ruminates in your heart, grows, germinates, and when you get up in the morning, what started out as anger is not anger anymore. Now it's wrath. Now it's bitterness. Now it is unforgiveness. Hi, I'm Candace, and I help newlywed wives navigate the waters of marriage by giving them kingdom principles, biblical principles that's going to help them build a strong, healthy family. So my husband and I have been married for almost 11 years, and we determined years ago that we were never going to go to sleep angry with each other. If you stick around, go ahead and save this video. I'm going to give you the principles that we use to help us do that. And once you implement these principles, you'll never go to sleep mad with your man again. All right, so when you're in conflict with your spouse, the first thing you want to do is ask and assess. You want to ask yourself, am I treating my husband like he's the problem? And then once you ask yourself that, the answer is probably going to be yeah. I want you to then assess, okay, what is the problem? Because usually he's not the problem. You have to assess for yourself, what is the problem? What am I concerned about? What am I angry about? What am I scared about? What am I nervous about? And then you evaluate what your problem is. Next, you're going to empty and engage. You're going to share with him what your problem is, and then you're going to do something strange here. You're going to ask him what his problem is, because most of the time in conflict, you have the husband who has an issue and the wife has an issue, and both of them are fighting each other because they're fighting for their issue. They're fighting to protect what their problem is. And so when you ask your spouse, hey, do you have a problem? Do you have an issue? Do you have anything going on here? Then you guys can isolate the problem, and instead of it being the husband and his problem against the wife and her problem, it'll be the husband and wife against the problem. Now, at this point, you're going to connect and converge. You're going to make sure to make eye contact with each other and maintain that eye contact so that you're seeing each other. You're not just throwing words at each other. And you're now going to look at, it's me and you together and the problem on the other side. Not just my problem, but both of our problems, because both of our problems matter. And together, we can figure out a solution for both. The next step is invest and involve. Now you're going to go up a step from the making eye contact. You're going to make physical contact. You're going to hold hands. You're going to put your hand on his leg. This is reinforcing we are in this together. And then you're going to involve the Holy Spirit. This is the moment where you say, we're not in this marriage alone. We have the counselor. We have the Holy Spirit. We have wisdom available. Let's ask him, what are the solutions to these problems? Okay, you're going to write down what you hear or what you think you hear from the Holy Spirit. Then you guys are going to share your ideas one at a time. And you're going to listen to one another's ideas. You're going to affirm. If you hear an idea that's a good idea, you're going to say, I like that. That's a good idea. That could work. Now, this step is called gains and goals. So you want to gain perspective. You want to gain insight. You want to allow the Holy Spirit to take you out of all those feelings and put you at a place where you're now above those things, and you're looking at your relationship, or you're looking at your connection, and you're fighting for connection with wisdom. And as you implement those, as you share those thoughts, as you share those ideas, now you want to say, how can we implement the solutions that are really good solutions for the problems that we have? And the last step is resolve and rest. So you want to take the solutions that are really good solutions and implement them right away. There may be some solutions that can't be implemented right away. Like, for example, if you need to bring in outside counsel, you need to get some help, you need to get a book on something, then those are things that can be implemented, but in the future. So you're going to go ahead and go to your calendar and write down what day are you going to do it, schedule it, put it in your calendar. What day are you going to buy it? What day are you going to sit down with a counselor and stick to the schedule? And lastly, you're going to rest in the reality that the person that you're married to sees you, hears you, and values you. You're going to rest in the reality that you see, hear, and value your spouse. And that is the secret behind connection. We all go to sleep angry because we don't feel seen, heard, and value. And if you can provide that to your spouse, if you can facilitate that environment during conflict, you will never go to sleep mad at your spouse again. I call this my communication cheat sheet. If you want to have this in your pocket, just go ahead and click the link in my bio and I'll get an email right over to you.